The Lakers have been struggling without LeBron and Anthony Davis in the lineup and lost 128-111 to the Pelicans last night. They'll be missing their top two players for a little longer as they both battle injuries, and Kyle Kuzma says the team has to figure out a way to be successful without them.
This team was constructed for playing off of LeBron and Anthony Davis. So, for us, we got to switch the script and, shoot more threes and get up and down more and have more pace and play together. That's the challenge that we have right now.
Well, they've lost 3 in a row.
Well, their defense, it's amazing the impact of LeBron. Even without AD, the defense was ranked number 1 in the league. LeBron left, it's down to like 18th. Like, it's amazing the communication, the kind of backbone LeBron is to the we don't think about LeBron in defense anymore, but their defense without LeBron, it's a bad defense.
Well, you lose your two best players, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
When your two best players that you use are LeBron James and Anthony Davis, it's pretty significant. Montrezl Harrell was the leading scorer against the Pelicans last night with 18 points and 6 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma added 16, 10, and 7, and Dennis Schroeder added 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists.
What do you make all the headbands with the Lakers? Are you a headband person? A lot of headbands on this roster now. I think they lead the NBA in that category.
They lead the NBA.
KCP wore one. Morris Caruso wears one.
Caruso does wear one. I think that might be an aesthetic.
It used to be one guy in the league, Slick Watts. Remember that in the 70s? Anybody remember?
Well, LeBron was a headband guy for a very long time.
Yeah, he was. A couple years. He had a receding hairline he wasn't proud of. He was covering stuff up.
He was a big headband guy, so maybe that's where it's from. I don't know. Headbands don't bother me.
All right, just
I've
asking.
never been a headband person.
I think women look great.
I was a wrist or like an armband, like the Allen Iverson armband person.
Don't you think it looks good when women wear like
headbands?
Yeah, kind of stylish sort of hair flying over a thing.
Yeah, it's cute. It's a look.
It's a look.
Yeah.
You sound like my daughter. That's what. When my daughter doesn't like something I wear, she goes, "Oh, Dad, it's a look."
No, I like headbands.
Okay.
They don't. I've just never been a huge headband.
Shoulder
person.
pads and headbands. They deserve both to come back.
I mean, I wear shoulder pads. I'm a big fan of shoulder pads. So wide receiver Will Fuller signed a 1-year, $10.6 million deal with the Dolphins in free agency. He was having the best season of his career before a suspension ended it after 11 games.
Especially when that person's on a rookie contract. And I'll give you an example. Here's the actual order I would rate quarterbacks currently in my eyes in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes is 1, highest passer rating in league history. Brady's won more Super Bowls than any other franchise. Aaron Rodgers, only player in league history, 400 touchdown passes, fewer than 100 picks. 4, Russell Wilson, only quarterback NFL history, winning record first 9 years, and Josh Allen, a freak. Just an arm-running size freak. After that, there's 3 gifted guys, Deshaun, Matt Stafford, and Lamar. Deshaun has the highest completion percentage in league history. Stafford's got a hose. Guy's got a brilliant arm. It's like NFL record for come-from-behind wins. And Lamar Jackson is the fastest quarterback to win 30 games. He's the fastest human to ever play the position. Then after that, rounding out my 12, I think you got some young stars. Justin Herbert broke every quarterback record for a rookie behind the lowest graded offensive line in the league. The kid is an absolute once-in-a-franchise stud. Kyler Murray, ascending. He gave you a touchdown pass and a touchdown run in 9 games. Again, not a great offensive line, and we don't even know if he has a good coach. Then I would say Matt Ryan, Derek Carr. Listen, Matt Ryan loses shootouts. Matt Ryan's gotten to a Super Bowl led in the fourth quarter. Matt Ryan's been an MVP. Only quarterback with 4,000 passing yards each of his last 9 years. He is a very good B-plus quarterback, and I like Derek Carr. Now, Derek Carr needs protection, but there's my 12. After that, everybody's got something that worries me, but I think, again, they're certainly capable of getting to the quarterbacks. I'd put Dak Prescott at 13, but in the last 4 years, he can't beat good teams, 7 and 18. The more they depend on Dak, the less they win. I'd put Jimmy Garoppolo. He can't stay healthy. Ryan Tannehill struggles against good teams. Carson Wentz, a lot of turnovers and inconsistent. Joe Burrow got hurt, still question marks. Baker Mayfield, 44 picks, more picks than any quarterback in the league since he entered the league. Kirk Cousins, 5-24 against winning teams in the last 4 years. His ceiling's low. Ben Roethlisberger, he's old. Jared Goff has got a real turnover issue, and frankly, doesn't play well when there's any mud or chaos in the pocket. I'm not going to rank anybody after that. I'm not going to rank rookie quarterbacks. There's a lot of quarterbacks right now. I don't know what to do with Sam Darnold. But to me, here's how I look at Garoppolo. He's in that next group, got to a Super Bowl, but he's always hurt. 1 through 12, that's why when the Raiders talk about Derek Carr's not your issue. He's your life preserver. Matt Ryan's not your issue in Atlanta. You're losing shootouts because you got no athletes in your front seven. But that's just kind of the simple way I look at quarterbacks. If you're 1 through 12, don't worry about your quarterback unless he gets old. Don't worry about it. Solve other stuff. 13 through 21, there's probably something you should be concerned about. Now, Dak is there, so it's not going to matter. But it does worry me. The more they depend on Dak, even with those great offensive pieces, the less they win. The more Zeke early, the more they won. The less Zeke, the more Dak, the less they win against good teams. That does worry me. Garoppolo can't stay healthy. Carson Wentz, turnover machine. Last year couldn't complete like screen passes. So there you go. So Garoppolo, I have Garoppolo in that Dak Tannehill thing. Tannehill was like a couple years ago, had a great playoff run. They beat Lamar Jackson. He can play. But I would probably be looking to upgrade. I don't see him as my future. Simple as that. Joy Taylor with the news.
No. Turn on the news.
Prescott becomes highest paid player in league history. That is not a recipe for Super Bowls. We have a recipe for Super Bowls. Young quarterbacks on rookie deals and great quarterbacks on team-friendly deals. Good quarterbacks making great money does not win Super Bowls. I would never have a problem paying Rodgers, Russell, Mahomes great money. Because great is a different galaxy than good. Dak's good. Mahomes is great. Dak's contract is never in the next 4 years going to feel like, whoo, we stole him. Man, this is team-friendly. Dallas now has 5 players paid in the top 5 in their position. I don't think any of them are in the top 5 as talent. That's not good. You also have a coach who's a GM who's 70, 80's your owner. I don't love it. I can be happy for the guy and not think it helps him to win playoff games. Some guys are into the money. Dak makes good money. I've never felt he's a money guy. And I don't begrudge anybody who wants to make theirs. But Dallas has one playoff win when they were paying Dak $600,000. A year from now, they're paying him $39.5 million. That is hard. I don't care how much the cap goes up, and it's not going to go up that much. It is hard to win. We have a resume and a recipe. Rookie contracts for quarterbacks and great guys taking pay cuts.
Sunday, the best season ever continues as the NASCAR Cup Series heads to Bristol for the first dirt track race in 50 years. The action starts Sunday at 3:30 Eastern on Fox and anywhere on the Fox Sports app.
So they're driving on dirt.
Dirt track race.
You know that NASCAR, they used to be on beaches.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
You can still drive on the beach in Daytona.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
You can
race.
drink there, too.
You can drink on most beaches. You don't act ridiculous.
So we were talking about this morning is that, there's a reason I talk about quarterbacks. They're just so important, right? And everybody wants a franchise quarterback. But the reality is every single year, Joy, it's about 8 teams a year looking for a quarterback. And I always think, you know what, saturation point, and it never is. There's going to be like 8 teams next year that need it. This is why I've said that Marcus Mariota should not take a pay cut in the Raiders. He should just go to the market. Hey, I'll go to the market and I'll see. And trust me, somebody's going to pay Marcus Mariota money. He's more talented than Andy Dalton. He's a playmaker. I thought he was a much better fit in Washington and Chicago. But Jimmy Garoppolo gets a lot of discussion about what's he worth. And, we know so many stories have leaked. They're not in love with him. Here's the simplest way, not to bore you, but the simplest way I look at quarterbacks is this. If you have a top 12 quarterback, you've got your guy. Doesn't mean they're not getting old and you couldn't draft somebody. But if you got a top 12 quarterback, that's not your issue. Don't worry. That's not a first-round pick. That's why Green Bay's pick is pretty dubious. Then there's like 13 to about 2021 where there's something there where I would always kind of be looking to upgrade, although you can get to the playoffs with that person.